Well, Martha went to work for the University of Wisconsin Foundation at a very young age. I think she was 15. No, actually, she was a little older than that, but she found out that women were not giving in the same numbers as they were represented as students or as alums, and she wondered why that was. So she talked to a couple of women who were donors and discussed her concern, and they said, well, we need to get some other women together and we need to think about what it is that we can do to encourage and inspire other women to give.
The foundation didn't hire her to follow women's philanthropy. No, they hired her to bring in gifts from women. And when she went out to do it, she realized that all her techniques that she had been taught to use with men did not work with women. Women don't fall for that stuff. And so that's when she started to investigate the motivations of women. She planned a luncheon for women donors to the university. And it was a noon luncheon, a ladies' luncheon. There was this speaker that sounded interesting, so I went. I had never discussed money with women in a mixed group before because ladies in my era never talked about money. But it took Martha and hearing her to realize that normal women indeed could talk about finances and how to use them strategically. Of course, that was just the beginning to the development of the Women's Philanthropy Council by Martha, which has gone on for 40 plus years.
I met Martha in 1989 at a fundraising meeting, and she asked me if I was interested in women in philanthropy. And I said, well, I'm a development officer, a fundraiser. And she said, no, that's not what I mean. I mean about women giving money. So she said, I've been asked to write an article for a professional journal on career women in their giving, and would you be interested in helping? Well, yes, of course, that would be fun. How are we going to do this? She said, we have to have a national conference to set an agenda for women's philanthropy. And so we invited women from all over the United States.
I was president of the Women's Philanthropy Council for several years, and it was amazing. We'd all start out talking in different directions, and somehow we all ended up in the same place. We found our voice. That's what Martha helped us do, is find our voice. And then she went out and wrote about it.
Her mother said, Martha, the thing that you and Sandra have to do is write a book. So we wrote the first book. It came out in 1995, and it was called Reinventing Fundraising, Realizing the Potential of Women's Philanthropy. And then 10 years later, the second book, Women's Philanthropy, Boldly Shaping a Better World.
She makes everyone, no matter how rich or how poor, or how sophisticated or unsophisticated, she makes them feel worthwhile.
The Women in Philanthropy movement really began with Martha and her council at the University of Wisconsin Foundation. Martha Taylor is a very good friend, the most wonderful colleague. She deserves this Lifetime Achievement Award so much. She has put women in philanthropy on the map, not only at the University of Wisconsin, but at every big institution in the United States. I just don't think that there could be this women's philanthropy movement if she hadn't had the idea and knew exactly how to get it done, how to make it happen, and she's still making it happen.